Hello everyone, here today I'm working with some cubed steaks. I'm going to be making some chicken fried steaks later on today. So I have it in the sink here where I just rinsed everything off and all of that good stuff. I've sprinkled on some baking soda, and so now I'm getting ready to layer on some onion and black pepper, just like I did with the pepper steak, kind of like a couple of posts back, or maybe a month or two back. Anyway, I'm getting ready to do the same thing with this, and I'll show you the process layer by layer. Okay, here's all of the onions that I've chopped up. And let's get them over there where the cube steak is. The onions are cut very thin, but depends on how much onion you use. That's, your call. This was not measured at all, so I can't really tell you how much onion I used on this. What I can say is that it was half of a large white onion, but I don't know how many grams that equals to. And the onions, as well as the baking soda, will help tenderize the beef. Because sometimes you're cutting into a cube steak, fried steak, and it's a bit tough. So we're going to alleviate that problem by making everything as tender as possible, so it'll be just right. Okay, the onions are layered on. So all I'm going to do next is wrap this back up and then refrigerate it for a couple of hours. Okay, so here's the country fried steak. And I went through the assembly that I normally do. The Panko and everything. Or the low-carb Panko, I should say. I want to be more specific. And so this is how everything is looking so far. Not bad, not bad. I'll let that fry on this side for a couple of minutes, and I'll flip it back over. And then I did one for my husband with regular flour, and so I'll pair the two side by side and see if there's any difference in appearance. Okay, well, I can't make a comparison because my hubby was hungry before mine was ready to be done, so he went ahead and he ate. But as you can see, this is a pretty good breading, and it's the same low-carb keto bread that I get from Aldi's, like what I did with the fish and the chicken. Of course, you guys know that chicken fried steak, it does fry darker. So anyway, after dumping the oil out of the pan, I stirred in the onions that I used to saute or marinate the steak in. And I'm just gonna pile that on. Now normally there would be, like some people prefer the white gravy. But as far as my white gravy go, honestly, I'm not a fan of white gravy on my country fried steak. I prefer brown gravy. I prefer white gravy only when I do like my biscuits and gravy in the morning, so. Okay, so moving on. This is almost thick, very, very close to almost like an onion jam. But anyway, let's cut into this. Let's see what we have. disconnect. Okay. It's still attached back here. Okay. There we go. Got a little bit more crispier than I would like it on the bottom, but that's okay. It is still too hot for me to taste that just yet. Okay. Cut a small piece. Okay. That is very good. Just enough seasoning. A nice crunch. The onions are a great complement to it. All right, guys. Well, that's all I wanted to show. Thank you for always watching. And as always, many blessings to you. And I'll see you when I see you.